And a good Wednesday, everybody. Welcome in, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, live at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery today here in Marathon Village. He is Big Joe Dubin. I'm Chase McCabe, Dr. Crane, Nick Frazier on the ones and twos, back at the studio. I'm sad he's not with us today because he would like this place. He'd be walking around waving at people like he did in Key West.
Yes, he is our gopher on the Love Boat, Dr. Crane. The best.
Yes. What's up, JoJo? How you doing?
Oh, it's good, man. What a beautiful place, man. I hardly ever get over to Marathon Village, but maybe I need to get some more because Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery here it's packed. Food's good. It's a good time.
We'll be telling you more about this. They got a pop-up menu for the holidays with a bunch of different holiday spirits, I guess is what I was trying to say.
Okay.
But yeah, including one called Meemaw's House, which that hits close to home because I always went to Meemaw's house for Christmas.
Did you?
Yeah.
It would make that perfect if they had Nani on there, right, Dr. Crane?
Yeah, that would be good.
Hey, might as well, right? Add her along to the equation.
What's that?
I said add her along to the equation.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, yeah, excited to be here today. They did it. Vanderbilt has landed a 5-star recruit. Signed, sealed, delivered. Jared Curtis flips from Georgia, which he confirmed late last night.
Mm-hmm.
And he is now signed with the Commodores. His high school coach at Nashville Christian, Jeff Brothers, will join us at 1 o'clock as they get ready to take on USJ for the state title.
Former Vanderbilt player himself. I love Jeff Brothers. Guy, such a good coach. So we're thinking that in the span of an hour last night, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times for Vanderbilt football. Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
Because you find out you're not in the playoff.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you get a 5-star, number 2, 3 recruit in the country to flip from Georgia to your school. So it's a bittersweet evening.
Yeah. I love now I'm seeing, and look, I don't know if I completely disagree with this, that some people are saying that Ole Miss should not be in the playoff because their coach is gone. So if you make a coaching change, they should be kicked out.
It's in the byline.
Yeah.
It's in the official, but it said that should go into consideration for something that happens, which I just think is awful because you're penalizing the kids for this.
Right.
You're penalizing. They had nothing to do with Lane Kiffin leaving. And all that's coming out now, all the lies, all the perceived lies, all the things that he said and didn't say.
All the things we knew would come out.
And the players were like, he never said that, didn't tell us goodbye. He told us this and that and lied about that. It happens every time. But as far as Vanderbilt, I mean, it's tough. I mean, they played their tails off to get into the playoff, but it just wasn't enough. And now,
are they okay? Forget the automatic qualifiers and all the rules. Are the Vanderbilt Commodores one of the 12 best teams in the country?
Yes.
I agree.
Should they have gotten to the playoffs? Yes. But the way it's set up, they were screwed. And there's nothing they could do about it. Nothing.
Yep. And I love that, Diego's tweeting at Donald Trump about making an executive order which, look, I think we would laugh because it would help Vanderbilt if Trump came out and did that. But I would also say stay out of this.
Like sitting in the group text earlier, what if Vanderbilt gets in and gets bounced out by James Madison? They're like, what? I know. But that's the way they had set it up. And I wanted to honor a group of 5 team to get into the college football playoffs, and I understand that.
I get it.
But you said something last year that really stuck with me about group of 5.
There's the first
Group of 5 and Power 4, that the group of 5 should have their own world.
Yep.
Right. And they've shown they can't compete in the playoff. I mean, Liberty got boat raced. Who was in it last year? Group of 5. I don't remember.
Boise State.
Boise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got out, right? Didn't Oregon go? Who went somebody went to Boise State and beat them?
Penn State, I believe.
Penn State.
Yeah. Look at you, Dr. Crane.
Yeah, and then Cincinnati a few years ago, which, now they've moved to the Big 12.
Yeah.
So they are in the Power 5.
So they've shown, and I hate that because I'm a big believer in lower level schools, but when you get this with Vanderbilt, when they're 10-2 and obviously get there, and don't come at us today. In Tennessee fans, you're famous for this in the last week. Well, you should have beat Texas. Really? We know that. We know and they know that too. And they know they should have beat out, but still, to go 10-2 in the SEC overall is impressive.
If Tennessee fans start that crap with me, then I'll just respond with, well, you should have beaten Alabama, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, and who else did they lose to? Or is that it?
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have beaten them.
Right. No, you're right.
But our quarterback left.
Well,
so we didn't have a quarterback.
Well, I've heard nobody complain about that because they all couldn't stand him.
But they probably would do that.
Well, they couldn't stand him and get out of there. But at the same time,
some of them would probably do that.
I mean, you look at a 10-2 Vanderbilt team that is just. I mean, they lost by 3 at Texas and played Alabama tough. They still lost. I understand that, but the fact that Oklahoma refused to lose, I think Oklahoma screwed Vandy. I think Oklahoma screwed Vandy because they went to Tennessee and won. They went to Alabama and won. They ended up at 10-2 after getting Ole Miss pounded them at home. Texas took them down to another one. The other 10 they won the game. So I hate it for Vandy. But that's just the way it is. It's laid out.
Here's the other thing too. I know that people, the committee, and there are going to be people that try and deny this. Don't tell me there's not brand bias either.
Yeah.
Because I think there is.
Of course there is.
I mean, the committee's going to sit there going, well, Miami's a bigger brand, so we'd probably rather have Miami. Or Oklahoma is a bigger brand, so we'd probably rather have them.
Did I see that Notre Dame was ranked ahead of Miami?
They are. They're 10th.
Absolutely unfair. Miami beat you.
I know.
Do we not do head-to-head anymore?
No.
Head-to-head should be the first thing that you figure out.
Yep.
I beat you, you're out. You beat me, I'm out. Head-to-head should be vastly more important than what it is right now. That's it. Bottom line.
615-737-1025 is the phone and text line, driven by WilsonCountyHyundai.com. What is our question of the day, Jeff?
Well, it's simple. We're going to do it. Should Vanderbilt have been in the college football playoffs? And I want to hear the yes, and I'm really curious to hear the no. Why you think Vanderbilt should not have been in the college football playoffs. This is one day only. We could talk about it, and after day, it's over. But I really want to hear why you think Vanderbilt did not deserve to get into the college football playoff. I'm so curious about this because I've been going back and forth and they're like, yeah, they should get in. And then people are like, well, the group of 5. Well, we know the group of 5. That's already part of the deal you got going in right now. So it's tough, man. But also, let me ask you this. Tennessee.
Our question of the day is presented by Aries Tactical. Your safety, your skill, your Aries Tactical. Check them out at ariestactical.com.
So Tennessee got in the playoff last year and got beat by Ohio State, and they were done, right?
They got boat raced.
Yeah. So now Vanderbilt, and follow me, Vandy fans, now you get to go to a bowl game. You get to celebrate for 4 or 5 days. Tennessee last year went and got beat. They had not, and was over with, and no bowl game, not talked about, done. And I get it that you're in the playoff, but now I think Vanderbilt knows to make the most out of this. You deserved a vacation. Got a vacation. You got one more shot to shove it in their face how you deserve. And I hope it is Michigan. I hope they beat Michigan 65-0. Finish the season at 11-2.
I would love if it's Michigan, but I mean, I'm just curious how they're gonna, like, if Georgia boat races Alabama and then Alabama has 3 losses, are they gonna?
But you lost it in the conference championship.
I know.
They created this. It was so easy when it was 1985, when they just the AP and the UPI picked the teams to go, and it was over and done with.
Well, there wasn't a playoff. So
that's why it was just so easy.
Yeah.
And people griped about it the whole time, and then it happened. I think the 03, was it 03 in LSU? No, Auburn. It was 03 when Auburn was undefeated and USC was undefeated, and all the consternation between everybody, what was going on, that put, like, we need to finally get a playoff, and now you've got this chaos. But it's every year. The 13-14 team is going to gripe because they should be in, and people are mad that the group of 5 is in. We knew the group of 5 was in back in August. I get all that. So nothing to do now. Complaining does nothing. But I want to hear why you think Vanderbilt should or should not be in the playoff.
Justin in Greenbrier says they do head-to-head because they put Texas ahead of Vanderbilt, but only when it's convenient. Lenny says they do head-to-head unless it's Vanderbilt.
Right?
Devin and Dixon, yes, they should be in. That's simple. And Tennessee fans need to shut up. Just shut up. Y'all got drug out by y'all's own stadium and beat like the redheaded stepchild. Take a seat on the couch, have fun in the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Let me ask you this. If Pavia wins the Heisman, does that help not making the playoff?
Yeah. Yes, because Vanderbilt can say something Tennessee can't.
That's going to drive my Tennessee friends,
and that's the truth.
Insane.
They will say, hey, we got a Heisman winner and you don't. I mean, that's 100%.
Do you think he wins?
No.
I think he does.
I think he should, but I don't think he does.
I think he does.
Look,
I really do.
I think he should win, and I think they should be in the playoff. All bias aside, I'm taking the gold glasses off, but they won't be. But I don't think either will happen. I think they'll get the Citrus Bowl or the Gator Bowl or whatever Tampa's bowls call it, ReliaQuest Bowl. And that's great, and that's a huge accomplishment, but I think that's what it'll be.
That's fine. I mean, you play, you got there. I mean, all you can do now is win.
If they were, Tennessee or Alabama or Auburn, I think we'd be having a different conversation. But that's what I think. I think brand bias is in play. Yes, should have beaten Texas, should have beaten Alabama. We can sit here and argue all day about quality wins, but quality losses only seem to come up when it's convenient, too. I mean, and look at Tennessee. They beat Tennessee by how much?
21
at their place.
Yeah,
right. And then look at some of the other teams that beat Tennessee in the margin of victory. I mean, there's something to be said there, but then they're going to get penalized because they had to go to overtime with Auburn, which is, like, to me, a win's a win. You have 2 losses and 10 wins.
Yeah, I just think Oklahoma screwed this all up. Take Oklahoma out of this, Vanderbilt's in, I think.
Yeah,
I think they're in over BYU. Look, Ole Miss, A&M, rolling through the seasons. Georgia was good. Alabama is what it is. Now, Texas fighting there, but Oklahoma's the one that nobody counted on. And good for Oklahoma. Oh, I hope Oklahoma gets in there and runs the table. Just runs the table.
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted Venables out of there, even some Oklahoma fans, even after the Texas game. I don't think Texas deserves to be in there at all. But somehow they'll probably slide in there.
I love that there's also this push to have Vanderbilt Miami play this week. There's like this push on message boards to have them play a get-in game. and of course, Dr. Crane sends us the bylaws that you can only play the 13th game if it takes place in Hawaii or Alaska. So Vandy and Miami need to go to Hawaii and play that game.
I'd love to hop on the charter, go to Alaska and play some far-reaching place up there.
Could you imagine if they did that? That would be hilarious. 615-737-1025. That's our phone and text line driven by WilsonCountyHoney.com. We're at Nelson's Greenbrier today here in Marathon Village. We'll have more on this coming up next. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 1025 the game here at Nelson's Greenbrier. Located at 1414 Clinton Street here in Nashville. You can celebrate the season the Tennessee Whiskey Way at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. They have a home for the holidays drink menu that you can check out as well, which includes Candy Cane Forest, which is Nelson Brothers rye whiskey, mint syrup, and peppermint. That sounds really
grab you one of those right now, buddy.
We might do that.
Hey, question
The
for
show
you.
could get more interesting if we did.
It could. And the food here at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery.
Yeah, you had
is
the Duck Reuben?
The Duck Reuben,
Very
right?
nice.
Not to be confused with Dubin Ruck. It's a big different thing that we got here. Let me ask you this. Does Vanderbilt deserve to get in over Notre Dame?
Yes.
I'm pulling up Notre Dame's little schedule here. Also, later in the show, we're getting into some of you that attacked me last night on social media, which I laughed about Pavia. Can you not hear me?
It was a little off.
Okay. That's the next, my autobiography. He's a little off. About stats when it comes to Pavia and the Heisman. We'll deal with that later on. I don't want to get into it right now because I've got some things to say to you guys about stats in the Heisman. So Notre Dame dropped the first two to Miami and A&M. Now, they lost to Miami by 3, A&M by a point. But then they steamrolled everybody else, but only played 2 ranked teams the rest of the way.
Yep.
USC beat them by 10. Pittsburgh beat them by 20-something. But do they deserve to be in over Vanderbilt? I don't know.
Here's the other thing, too. When you look at, and this goes for any team, when they beat, at the time they beat a team, should it not count for something if that team was ranked at the time?
Absolutely.
Like, I get so tired of this retroactive, well, that win doesn't look as good now. Like, it doesn't matter. At the time it did.
So they went 2-2 versus top 25 teams. Lost to Miami, lost to A&M. And look, by 3 and by 1, I'm a guy you lost. Whether it's by point or 50, you lost the game.
Right.
But, when they beat Syracuse 70-7, don't tell me there was a purpose behind that. Right?
Was South Carolina ranked when Vandy beat them there?
I thought they were. I'm going to
feel like they were.
Pull up the schedule. You'll see if they are or not.
Well, it doesn't show them ranked anymore on Vandy's schedule, what I'm looking at now.
Okay.
Maybe on ESPN it does, but let's see.
So that's an interesting question.
Yes, they were. So this is how it went at the time. South Carolina was the 11th ranked team in the country. Vandy beat them there. Should that not count for something?
I think so.
LSU was number 10 at the time. Vandy beat them. Missouri was 15. Vandy beat them. Tennessee 19. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 ranked wins.
They went 4-2 versus the top 25.
Yep.
Notre Dame went 2-2.
Right. But people want to be like, well, the LSU win doesn't look as good now, or the Alabama loss looks worse now.
So why does Notre Dame get a pass?
Because they're Notre Dame. Again, it's brand bias.
There we go. Yeah, and they say there's not. There is. So Vanderbilt,
Jeremy and Clarksville, quality losses only count for Notre Dame.
Right?
Yep.
Or if you're trying to plead for your job.
Sure.
We lost by 1. So take Notre Dame out of this. Why is nobody griping about Notre Dame being there? Should not be. Vanderbilt has a better quality schedule wins than Notre Dame did.
I 100% agree with you, but the committee doesn't.
We need to figure out how to fight somebody. I'm not sure who.
I mean, like, we need to be what Vandy needs. Like BYU. BYU they beat Utah, which was 23. They lost to Texas Tech. That's their only ranked win. So you're going to put an 11-1
ranked one.
And granted, I get it. Texas Tech and BYU have to play for the Big 12.
Right.
But if BYU loses, they should not be in.
Oh, I totally agree with that. So then what happens if Duke wins on Saturday? I mean, this is so chaotic that it actually makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
But I'm more pissed off about Notre Dame and Vanderbilt.
And okay, so here's the big one. Should Texas be ahead of Vanderbilt? They beat them head to head. They lost to number 3 Ohio State, at Ohio State, and then at Georgia, number 5. and then they lost to Florida.
That's the one. They
So
lost to a bad Florida team.
Should they be? I mean, to me, if they have 3 losses and Vandy has 2 losses, Vandy should get in.
Yes, but what if? Here's a hypothetical. What if Texas had scheduled, I don't know, Murray State for game 1?
Well,
then they're sitting there
they
10-2. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's like that's where you pull the importance of who they play.
You can't play that game. I mean, you can only go on the schedule in which you
correct. Play. So if I go 7-5, but I lost 4 of my 5 games to top 10 teams by 3 points, 10 points, but I say, hey, I played this schedule, man. I played this. I got 5. I lost to 5 teams in our schedule, and 4 of those I won. We played 5. I lost 4 of those. Does that matter?
Yeah.
No, I mean, you lost.
Right. It doesn't.
You still lost the games.
What do you think of this, Wes and Hermitage? It's not just brand bias; it's coach bias too. If Marcus Freeman was coaching Vandy, then Vandy gets in. They are punishing Vandy for being Vandy, and they are punishing Clark Lee for not being Marcus Freeman. It's a complete hunk of runny feces. I disagree with that. I think if Clark Lee was the head coach at Notre Dame, they'd be in.
Which he almost was.
Which he almost was, right. So, I mean, like, I don't know if I completely – I just think they're looking at it as, what's Vanderbilt doing here? Like, I really do.
Because we were for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, if – this is a terrible analogy. I don't know. Okay, let's say you got shot into outer space and were gone for like 2 years,
right.
And you just landed back on the planet today.
All right.
You're going to look at the rankings and go, what the hell is Vanderbilt doing here?
Absolutely.
Like you are.
Yeah.
Like there's no question.
We started our show in August of 24 thinking Clark Lee's on the hot seat. Yeah. Remember, we had to apologize to Kevin Ingram.
Right.
We made Kevin Ingram tell Clark Lee that we're sorry for all that.
I think we did apologize to Clark Lee when he sat down with us at SEC meetings.
We sure did.
Hey, man.
And he laughed. He said, oh, I heard it too.
Yeah.
Here's the Notre Dame thing, and I'll bring it up. I've brought it before. The Notre Dame thing drives me crazy because it goes back to Paul Hornung in '56 when he beat Johnny Majors for the Heisman Trophy. Notre Dame was 2-8 that year. 2-8. Tennessee was 9-1 or 8-2 or 8-1 something. And Majors, talking to people at the time, say there was no doubt that Majors was the best player in the country at that time. Hornung was really good. Paul Hornung wins the Heisman Trophy over Johnny Majors because of the Notre Dame bias.
Right.
A lot of the sports writers back then were Catholic and Northern, part of this, and it's been no secret they voted him in to win. So now you look at Notre Dame, who should not be ahead of Vanderbilt. Nobody's talking about this. This is driving me crazy.
All right. Wes and Clarksville. Well, after Vandy beat these teams, what rank did teams they beat after the loss? It doesn't matter. At the time you beat okay, so this goes back. If you're not going to account where a team was ranked at the time they lost, then what's the point of ranking?
Correct.
What's the point of it?
You're right.
Then don't do them. Like,
don't
just get rid of them. Get rid of them completely. If it's not going to count for something, because it only counts for something when it's convenient to the narrative of whoever's speaking.
Yeah,
I mean that's really what it counts as. Kenny the mailman wants to weigh in. Kenny, what's up?
Hello, good friends. Y'all are going to love this. I was just told if Pavia lucks up and wins the Heisman, that would be the worst Heisman winner ever. I scratched my head and said, isn't that sort of like being married to the ugliest Miss Universe ever? That's still pretty good.
Right. That's a good point.
I'm not going to let this committee ruin this year for me. Actually, they're just like a Monty Python skit. They just need to walk in real funny and then say what they want to say. Wah, 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 wah. 2 minutes later, say the exact opposite, and we all have a big laugh. But here's something bittersweet, Chase, and I want you to think about it. You know, they took the big bowl names and stuck them on the playoff games, right?
Yeah.
The orange, sugar. But they're not bowl games. Those are just intense playoff games to keep going for the championships. Bowl games are where you have pie contests and go to Disney for a year. I wish they would have left those names and let the teams that didn't get to go to at least say, can you imagine how happy we'd have been if we'd have said, hey, Vandy's going to Cotton Bowl. I got news today that the Citrus has already passed them over. The Gator Bowl wants UT because of the number of the fans, and they're going to get stuck in something called the Quest Bowl. I don't know if that's the old Tangerine Bowl or what, but It's just your name brand, how many tickets you can sell, and going forth. If they string 3 or 4 of these years together, it'll be great. Y'all have a great day. Love listening to y'all.
Thank you.
Kenny. We appreciate it. 615-737-1025. We'll get to more of your calls and texts coming up next. Chasing Big Joe live at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery here on 1025 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 the game on this Wednesday at Nelson's Greenbrier here in Marathon Village area.
Oh, the Duck Reuben is, for those asking, which is
the burger.
Two
is
of you. The Duck Reuben is officially flown.
Okay. Yeah.
Into my belly.
You, I almost said inherited that, but you inhaled that.
Inhaled it because it was so good.
Maybe you did inherit it. I don't know.
Somebody asked me about Oklahoma's schedule and said, does it matter at the time that Texas beat them, Texas was unranked. Now Texas is ranked. Does that matter? And my head hurts. I'm trying to figure that out if it matters or not.
Man, I don't know.
Right? I don't. So they lost to Texas 23-6. Texas was unranked at the time. Now Texas is ranked. But I don't know. But Oklahoma finished at 10-2. They were 1-0, beat Michigan, beat Auburn. Auburn's ranked 22nd at the time. Lost to Ole Miss, was 8th. Beat Tennessee, beat Alabama, beat Missouri. So they go 5-1. Oklahoma does. Sure, let's put Notre Dame up there.
These are two funny texts. 1137. Vanderbilt to the Music City Bowl versus the Titans.
Titans would beat them by 70.
I agree. 3592. This is a good one. Hey, fellas, UT fans can take comfort in the fact that even though we didn't beat Vanderbilt on the field, we looked so horrible that it devalued Vanderbilt's victory enough for the committee to stagnate their ranking and potentially cost them a spot in the playoff.
Yeah, even who won that one?
Even in a loss, the Vols screwed Vandy. Ha, ha, ha.
He's not wrong, right?
He's not. Jeremiah wants to weigh in on Vandy. Jeremiah, what's up?
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys. I love listening to y'all, man. Y'all keep us up on what all's going on, and, man, y'all keep us smiling, too. Well, I have a question for you about this college stuff. You've got a quarterback, you got a halfback, and you got a fullback, but there's only ever one time been a three quarterback. Do you know who that was?
No.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Hey, y'all have a good one, man.
All right. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, I'm just curious. When he thought we get on the phone, Jeremiah thought, I got him. This is the one that's going to win him over, man. Thank you, Jeremiah. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Again, them being in, just once you compare all the stats and everything, hell yeah, we got Vanderbilt bias because we're seeing it because it applies to this as well. So when they go to the let's give them a good bowl, Outback Bowl, whatever's in Tampa now. Not the Gasparilla Bowl, but the one that plays on New Year's Eve. And have Clark have us come down and hang out with him for a few days.
615-737-1025. Dave says, any team that gets in with a worse record should be ashamed to even be in there unless they win out, and they should be even more ashamed if they lose in the first round, proving more that they should not have been in front of teams with better records like Vanderbilt having a better record than Texas.
That's a lot to tie in there.
Yeah.
So, again, what happens if Duke wins? I mean, isn't the ACC guaranteed a spot? SMU, yeah. I mean, Clemson got it last year.
Yeah.
And SMU got an at-large part of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that all ties in. I mean, it's so confusing now. Why do we have conferences?
I agree. Why do we have a lot of things? I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. Thomas in Nashville, Kenny hit the nail on the head. I'm a huge UT fan and don't shy away from that. But I have the utmost respect for what Clark Lee and Diego Pavia have done for the football team, and I've enjoyed watching them be competitive here in my hometown. But like Kenny said, if they can string a couple more years like this together, no one will be able to deny them. It's a shame they won't get a chance this year, but they can earn the right not to be denied. That's from Thomas on a car phone. That's my thing. The motivation needs to be, if they don't get in this year, and they're losing a lot, I mean, they're going to have to re-rack this. But if they can turn around and like play the portal, and there's guys in the portal that are like, hey, I want to go there. I want to keep this going. They got the number one recruit in the country. Like, let's go. And they re-rack this and go at it again next year. Then, yeah, then you got something. The hard part is that Diego doesn't get the playoff game because he's the one that started this in motion.
Well, you're right. I'm looking at Vandy's schedule for 2026.
It is. I don't want the academic calendar, Vanderbilt. All right, so Austin P, Delaware, NC State. Those are the first 3 games. At Auburn, at Florida, at Georgia, at Kentucky, at Mississippi State.
Good Lord.
And then Alabama, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Tennessee at home.
But it says date to be announced.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just the schedule.
So Tennessee, Ole Miss has a new coach. Arkansas's got a new coach. Kentucky's got a new coach. Florida's got a new coach. Auburn's got a new coach. So 5 of the 12 games have new coaches.
Yep, you're right. All right, so our buddy Connor Newt says this. If Duke wins the ACC, 2 G5s would get in since they have to have the top 5 best conference winners record-wise. So it would be JMU and the winner of the American, so either Tulane or North Texas. That's going to piss me off even more.
Is that right? Connor's smart, so I believe that.
I've heard that. Like, I've heard it's just because you're the ACC doesn't guarantee you a spot. It's top 5 conference winners, like record. So, like, the conference champions with the best records, the top 5 get in.
I went to McGavick. Explain this to me like I'm 5.
Okay, so let's say you have the SEC champion is
Georgia,
11-1.
Okay,
all right. The Big Ten champion, Ohio State or Indiana. Let's say Ohio State, 12-0.
Okay,
13-0.
Right,
whatever there. Or Georgia would be 12-1.
Okay.
All right. The Big 12, Texas Tech. What are they?
12-1.
12-1. All right. Then the 4th one is the group of 5, so JMU.
You left out ACC.
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Because I'm saying Duke wins. If Duke wins, then they're going to be below 2 conference champions. That's what Connor's saying.
Okay.
Because their record would be worse than those 2 G5 champions.
God, this is insane.
And then how does the Pac-12 factor in next year? Do they? So basically, they're saying that the American champion and whatever JMU's in. Is that Conference USA?
No, it's Sunbelt.
Sunbelt. All right. So the Sunbelt champion and the American champion have better records than the ACC champion, so they would get in. It's 5 conference champions with the best records.
So they drop out. So it doesn't matter Power 4.
Yeah,
then.
so like if the SEC champion had 7 wins, the SEC would be left out. And Sankey would bitch like no other.
Holy cow, man. This is nuts. Absolute nuts.
So that's how I look at it. But look, Vandy's schedule is not easy next year.
No, not at all.
You got to go to, let's forget what this year was with any of these teams. You got to go to Auburn. You got to go to Florida. You got to go to Georgia. You got to go to Davis-Wade, which is not an easy place to play.
Nope.
And then you got Bama here, Tennessee here, Ole Miss here. We'll see what they are. Arkansas, see what they are. So, and like you mentioned, Auburn's got a new coach. Florida's got a new coach. Kentucky's got a new coach. Arkansas's got a new coach. Ole Miss has a new coach, and Tennessee has Heupel.
Yep. Tennessee fans, real quick. Heupel has flipped a 4-star edge rusher. Carter Gooden, who was going to UCLA, is now signing with Tennessee. Evidently, he's a really, really good pass rusher. Too bad you didn't have him last weekend versus Vanderbilt. So there you go, Tennessee Vols. There's your good news today. Carter Gooden has flipped from UCLA to Tennessee football today.
TD from Nashville, since Pavia isn't winning, going to the Heisman, why don't you put him and Vandy on the most televised bowl, whatever it is, out there so people can see him perform his last dance in front of nationwide television? They probably will do that.
What's the highest? Are they in a New Year's Day 6 bowl? No. I don't know what that means anymore.
It doesn't mean anything because those are playoff games.
Right. It's all changed, man. I guess the Tampa, the ReliaQuest Outback Bowl, whatever it is good. Yeah. The Gator Bowl is good. Just I love the Music City Bowl. Vanderbilt does not belong here in Nashville.
I just want what I want to have happen is Tennessee go to the Citrus Bowl so we can play the Spurrier. You can't spell citrus without UT. I think that's one of the All-time best.
That and the
Schultz.
FSU line, Free Shoes University, when they got in trouble for getting
Oh, yeah.
sneakers at the mall.
That was good. Coming up next, we'll tell you a little bit more about what we're doing here at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
Hey guys, Big Joe here. You know, we tell you all the time about mental health, how important it is to us on the show here. And we're so grateful to all the men who have reached out to us in the last 2 years. I'm telling you, I get a message that tells me that you're going to therapy and talking to somebody. It means the world to me. Unfortunately, we've all been affected by a friend or loved one who has suffered from depression and is no longer with us. That is why we have partnered with the Unity Psychiatric Care, just a great place right here in Middle Tennessee for you to get well. And it works. And all you got to do is this. Just go to theGameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe show, and there you'll see a link to Unity Psychiatric Care. So many have reached out to us. Now we have a partner that cares about you. And listen, you don't have to go through any of this alone. It's private. It's confidential. And yes, they offer telehealth. You don't have to even leave your house. And they're based right here in Middle Tennessee. Or you can call 1-888-508-8002. That's 1-888-508-8002. And listen to this. If you have a loved one who needs to talk and you are worried, you could be that person that changes their world. Just go to GameNashville.com, click on the Chase and Big Joe tab, and you'll see all the information you need for Unity Psychiatric Care. Listen, guys, help is just around the corner, and no, you don't have to go through any of this alone.
Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday as we're hanging out at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery and having a great time. The food is awesome. 1414 Clinton Street here in Nashville. You can sip, tour, taste, repeat at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery, minutes from downtown. I mean, we're right by downtown. And we brought in our man, Mike Wolf. That was why we had the Hungry
That's
Like
right.
the Wolf. That
Named
was a
after
good one.
this guy.
My walk-up song.
That is your
Let's
walk-up
go.
song. Your official title is?
So food and beverage manager here at the distillery, running the restaurant and bar and all that fun
Where you're
stuff.
doing a great job because the food's fantastic.
Awesome.
So I had the burger. He inhaled the duck Reuben, which
Love
was
it.
very good. You got a special Home for the Holidays drink menu that'll run through January 4th with so many different holiday-themed beverages that you can come in and get. I mean, you have the distillery that you can check out and then sit here in the restaurant. So this is perfect.
you can do a tour. Our tours are amazing. We just got voted the number 3 tour by USA Today in the
Nice.
country for distilleries.
Oh, so you made the playoffs.
Yeah, right.
Well done.
Yeah, right. The Final Four.
Vanderbilt's trying to do that. So.
Yeah, right. That's been pretty impressive to watch them. But yeah, you can do a tour. You can hang at the bar, have food in the restaurant. We do supper club every Thursday night at 6:00. So and you can book all that through Talk.
Okay, that's easy enough. What's is there one thing that's like the most popular thing on the menu, or
So you
Has
got
it
the
been a-
burger. The burger is pretty popular.
Okay.
I'd say the 2 that you got, and then we also have a short rib grilled cheese. That's
yeah.
pretty insane. Also very popular. We have a steak frites that's really good, and then we do a pork schnitzel that kind of goes German meets Nashville
Yeah.
because it's a hot pork schnitzel.
Okay.
So it's like kind of like hot chicken meets pork schnitzel.
So basically, anything you're looking for.
Yeah,
Yes.
right?
Fine.
We got you.
So this is the season for parties too, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you can book parties. We have tons of holiday parties going all the way through January. So you can hit up our events team, or you can call us here at the distillery and we'll get you hooked up.
What I like about this, it's unique. I mean, there's the bar, there's the distillery back there. I mean, it's all here. I mean, I don't see this there might be someplace, but this is very cool. It's set in this Marathon Village as well.
It is. It's a really nice area. There's tons of parking out here, which is getting rare in Nashville.
Yes.
We have a huge parking lot across the street. Street parking is free in this neighborhood, which is becoming pretty rare in town. But this is, I might be biased, but this is definitely one of the most beautiful distilleries I've been in. And the restaurant and bar, it's a serious restaurant and bar program. Our bartenders are incredible. We make amazing, Manhattans, old fashions, whiskey sours, all that good stuff.
Do you have of this holiday, the holiday cocktails? Is there one that just stands out?
Yeah,
Or-
there's a few.
I love an
So-
old fashioned, so that one caught my eye.
Yeah, the spice date old fashioned is really amazing. We have a whiskey nog. We make that eggnog by hand, and it is incredible. And then probably the Santa baby.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
get it in a nice Santa Claus tiki mug. We got to get
Oh,
you guys
nice.
one of those before
Nice.
you head out.
Yeah.
But it's a good kind of Christmas on vacation vibe.
Well done. Mike Wolf is with us. I'm going to say you're the chief bottle washer here. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
At Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. I like that I can see the chefs, right?
He's been
there's-
waving at him.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
they're right here to watch you prepare. I mean, it's all like one big giant family.
Yeah, you can hear, all the off-color remarks that they make. it's pretty funny.
Oh, that's
yeah. It's a great crew.
Go back to the whiskey nog again.
Yeah, so that's our eggnog. We use like 5 different kinds of whiskey. So we use some of our cask finishes, our cognac cask, our Calvados cask, some of our cask strength Tennessee whiskey, a little bit of rye. So we blend all that together because a lot of eggnogs, you're going to use like rum, cognac, maybe some whiskey. Ours is all whiskey, but it's incredible.
My assistant, who's off camera here, would like to try some of that during the break.
Oh, we can make that happen. You bet.
Okay.
Free refills for you guys.
I think we've decided the last hour of the show we should just see where it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Sample some.
Yeah, so if you hear any slurring, it's not. It is my fault, actually.
Right. It is your fault with that. How long has this been here?
So the distillery's been here almost 15 years, but the restaurant and bar has only been here about 2.5 years.
Okay.
So we got this whole area got renovated about 2.5 years ago, put in the 25-seat bar, couple of event spaces. The Mercantile is all new. So it's pretty cool.
Wouldn't this started like 100 years ago, and then something like the great grandson founded it?
Yeah, it was the great grandson of the original founder, who's right up there on the wall. So it goes back to the 1860s. And if you want to go flash forward to like the 1880s, this was one of the biggest selling whiskeys in the world. It was in all 50 states. It was outselling another famous Tennessee whiskey brand 5-1.
Interesting.
So it's a pretty incredible story. And in the world of whiskey and bourbon, there's a lot of stories that are not true. So this one's interesting because it's actually true. So it, once Prohibition hit Tennessee early, the brand struggled to kind of last. It did last till the early 40s, and then just didn't have any family or trusted people to kind of take it over and get through, that tough part of World War II and all that. So the brand went away, the distillery went away, and then it was the great grandsons who found out their family history in the mid 2000s, up in Greenbrier, and they were like, "Is that our family?" Wow, it is. And they restarted the brand.
Great. I mean, it is a great story.
It really is.
That's awesome.
Because it was dormant for 75 years.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Very cool.
It's pretty amazing.
Again, if somebody wants to get reservations or set up a tour, what do they need to do?
Yeah, just all on Talk, TOCK. Great booking site. So on there you can book the tours, you can book lunch in the restaurant, you can book our supper club, and all the special event programming that we have. And then we also have a program where you can bottle your own whiskey. I would love to show you guys. And those are always like single barrels, limited cask finishes. And we're one of the only distilleries in the country where you can bottle 3 different whiskeys at the same time.
What you explain cask real quick? I'm pretty stupid.
Yeah, so if when you make whiskey, you age it. You have to, in America, you have to age it. If you want to call it bourbon or Tennessee whiskey, have to age it in a charred, brand new American oak barrel. So what we do is we age our whiskeys for anywhere from 4 to 6 to 8 years. Some of our single barrels have been 10 years, and then you might take that out and say another cask that held cognac or held sherry or Madeira, anything like that. We'll put whiskey back in there, and that extra cask will kind of flavor it and season it. So we do a lot of those special releases here, and that's what kind of makes the site unique, because anytime you come here, there's going to be whiskeys that you're not able to buy in stores or not able to buy, for very long.
Fascinating.
Very, very cool. Mike, thanks so much for having us. This is
thanks for being
fantastic,
here,
guys. And we'll keep getting the word out.
Yeah, we're honored to have you guys. So
thank you, buddy.
That is Mike Wolf here at the one and only Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. We'll have more coming in hour number 2, including Jeff Brothers, Nashville Christian football coach. Next, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 2, Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday, live at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. And we just sampled the Whiskey Nog during the break, and it is very, very good. As my grandfather used to say, it's good. It is very good. So appreciate them for allowing us to do that. Coming up tomorrow down in Chattanooga, it will be for the state championship. Nashville Christian taking on University School of Jackson. We say hello to one of our favorites, head coach over at Nashville Christian. Jeff Brothers is on the line with us now. Coach, how you doing?
Doing well, and I appreciate the Beastie Boys intro. That's a throwback.
Yeah. It kind of gets you fired up. You guys, speaking of fight for your right, it's going to be a fight tomorrow against USJ, but I know that you're battle-tested after going 12-0 this year and have to be excited about opportunity to compete for the state title.
Absolutely. Two things. First, yes, we're excited about the opportunity to be back in Chattanooga playing for a state championship. And number two, yes, a very tough opponent and a well-coached and talented and motivated USJ team who presents a lot of challenges, and our work is cut out for us. But we enjoy the preparation. That's what I like about this group of guys is they prepare really well and they take the preparation seriously. And we'll see if we can put it all together and bring another one home tomorrow.
I feel like knowing you that this really hasn't been an issue, but obviously, there's been a little more eyes on your program than maybe there has been in years past because of Jared and his status, and obviously he signing with Vanderbilt, which is awesome to keep him here locally. But how have your guys handled the pressure of being one of the best teams in the state, going undefeated, handle the extra pressure of eyes being on the program with his recruitment and everything with that? How have you seen them go through those battles and ultimately still perform at a high level on the field?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. I think it's, the sort of the culture that we've created here of just, keeping your head down and working hard and letting the outside voices and, as you called out, the eyes that are watching, let them, do their own thing, draw their own conclusions, say what they need to say, but we need to focus on our internal motivations and our expectations of each other, accountabilities horizontally throughout our team. And, with some of the added, attention, I think it's been really good that our leadership from our seniors has been really focused on what we're trying to accomplish. And that starts with Jared, obviously, with all the things that have been swirling around with him and his well-deserved attention. He maintains a sharp focus on what our football team is setting out to do and staying connected to, we talk about staying connected to the moment, stay connected to the men. And, we're doing that and stay connected to the mission. And we're doing that, right now, I think at a high level. And that's because those boys are leading us in that direction. It's been a lot of fun to just be around them.
Okay, now for just a second, I'm going to take the media hat off and just say, Jared, anchor down, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Very exciting to see.
That's an added feature, I guess. But, yeah, I'm really excited for him. A lot of people have tried to connect me somehow because of my past, but I really have stayed in my lane and said, buddy, you need to do what you feel like is the right thing for you, and you need to make a decision and then go make it right, whatever that decision is, wherever it is. We love you and support you. And, all I've ever told him since his sophomore year, really freshman year when this started happening, and is, there are three things that I really ask of you, and that's to play hard for Nashville Christian, to be a great teammate, and to know Jesus. And so far, all those things have been what he's been, given to us and to me. So that's the fact that he's going to be at Vanderbilt is fun, and we're excited for him.
We're talking to Jeff Brothers, head coach at Nashville Christian. Coach, somebody remarked how poised Jared had been through all of this. You see it firsthand. You got to be proud of the way he handled just all of this. Also, at the same time, going to class and then leading your football team so far at, 13-14-0. You got to be so proud of the way he's handled this.
Yeah, remarkable. It's for a guy in today's world, with all of the attention that is immediate and all of the social media stuff and all of the hype and all of the praise and all of the criticism and all of the haters and all of the things that they're exposed to and that can cloud, the vision of an 18-year-old kid. And it's been happening for him, like I said, since he was 15, 16 years old, all this. He's been remarkably humble, mature, focused, And, that's a credit to his family. It's a credit to, the friends that he keeps close in his inner circle. His agent, Peter Webb's done a great job with him. And, I think just to use that as an example of how to handle the position that he's been, granted with his recruiting and his status and rankings and all that kind of stuff, and to still stay so humble and focused on his friends and his relationships here and his mission at Nashville Christian has been fun to be a part of for sure.
Were you surprised how big in a, not say chaotic, but just how consuming this has become the last few weeks?
Well, it's sort of the world we've created, with, like I said, with the media that's available, and then the early signing periods and the coaches leaving, and everybody just wants, information. Information is currency, and people like to seem rich, so they just throw it around as soon as they get it, and they look for it. And it's been a challenge, but at the same time, that's the world we live in, and you either adjust to it and get comfortable with it, or it tears you apart. And I think he and we have done a good job of just kind of keeping the main thing.
Coach Jeff Brothers is with us, Nashville Christian. So what have you learned about USJ and what you're going to have to watch out for tomorrow?
Yeah, man, good football team, really steady, really well coached, really motivated. I think those are 3 words I used earlier. That's what I told our team at the beginning of last week when we knew it was going to be them. They are going to do ordinary things extraordinarily well, and we have to match that. And we have to be consistent. We have to do all the coach speak, the football adages you hear. Take care of the football, communicate well, be in your gap, make tackles. Run, block, catch, all the football stuff has to be taken care of. And then you need a little bit of good fortune, and hopefully that'll shine on us as well.
I did want to mention TJ Ward. Also, he's a finalist for Mr. Football along with Jared. I mean, you got a couple of guys that are representing your program, but what has he meant to you?
Unbelievable kid, first of all. Just a great he's the emotional catalyst for our team. When we're in practice and the energy's kind of low and we're just kind of going through the motions, and I'll get in the huddle and say, hey guys, we need to pick this up. Just from an energy standpoint, he's the spark, and he loves that role. He's a great teammate. He loves to celebrate other people's success. He appreciates, the work that everybody puts in, and he jumps right in there with them and balances our attack. Jared can run the ball, but people try to, they have to decide what they want to do. You kind of have to pick your poison, and are you going to let him throw it over the top? Are you going to try to take away with a lot of coverage? And then here comes TJ downhill. And that gives us a nice balance and a nice diversity in our offensive game plan.
Jeff, I wanted to ask you, you had Golden Tate 2007 at JP2, one of the top players in the country. Can you compare this to what Jared went through? I know Golden early on committed to Notre Dame. I know coaches kept coming after him. Can you compare the two, or is the landscape now so vastly different you can't?
So I think you hit it right on the head. The landscape is so different that the experience of it is different. But in terms of if you could dilute it and measure, like, okay, what was available then? How was the world set up then? What was the opportunity then? Yes, it was equal to. Now, Golden wasn't. The difference is Golden wasn't the number one guy at his spot. He was highly, highly rated. He was highly, highly pursued. He was equally talented and effective and sought after. But the way, and you said the way the landscape is now, there's so much more exposure, so much more immediate just emphasis on, like I said, gaining information and putting stuff out, and everything's the performative aspect of highlights and social media and TikToks and all that kind of stuff is so in your face now. And I think what was great about Golden and what is equally great about Jared, and they met each other, by the way, not too long ago, is
very nice
that they had a remarkable humility and sharpness of focus, that they were able to compartmentalize all of that and focus on the task at hand and just being, like I said, being great teammates and playing hard.
I will tell you real quick, we had Tim Hasselbeck. He joins us every week, and he played you guys, Innsworth, Nashville Christian. And Chase asked, he goes, what about Jared Curtis? And Tim took a deep breath. He's like, where do I start? I mean, and that right there, Coach, just explained to me, coming from a guy who's played at the highest level, how much he appreciated Jared Curtis. It was just really telling that how important, how physical, how big, how much of a leader he was for your team. And then you see that every day with Jared.
Right. It's become the norm in our world, and we got to be careful that we don't expect that from everybody from now on. But I appreciate Tim saying those things or, reacting that way. He's certainly seen a lot of guys and has a tremendous acumen and understanding of what it takes to play at the highest level. And, he breaks those guys down every week on TV, and then he sees, Jared and has, that reaction, I think, speaks a lot towards Jared, and also Tim's humility to say, that guy's different. And, we were able to capture that game, and then a lot of that was because of, Jared making plays, but the other guys on our team made plays around him. And it was a great night and a great moment for our program for Jared, but it's the thing that we've come to expect and see from him and all his teammates. We've had a great year. It's a great group of guys. Hope we can cap it off the right way because they certainly deserve it. And, we put in a lot of work to get here, and now we just need to finish.
Jeff Brothers is with us. I watched some of the throws that he's made, and, as someone that's just watching from afar, I just look at that in awe. You played the position. You've coached for a long time. I mean, obviously, there are coaching points that you have, things that you're going to look at with him. But when you watch him make some of those plays and some of those throws, do you even kind of have to catch yourself sometimes?
Absolutely. There's a lot of discussion on the headset sometimes about, did you see that? What in the world? Okay, PAT, here we go. That's he makes the extraordinary look ordinary, and he does it with just a nonchalant, flick of the wrist, and you just, you see it. So we see it in practice. He makes some of those throws, and I know there was one not too long ago where he's running to his right and he jumps off his left foot and throws it about 55 or 60 yards to Zane, who's blanket covered, and he throws it right in the one pocket where it can get through there, and he makes the catch. And every Thursday at practice, we work on last minute, Hail Mary, last minute situations. We work on a Hail Mary, and he insists on rolling out to his left, jumping and turning a 360 in the air and throwing the ball into the end zone from the 50-yard line, and it's on the spot every time. And so you're just like, okay, well, I guess we can do that if we need to.
It's like it almost seems like one of those, hey, that was great, don't ever do it again.
Yeah, until he does it again, you're like, well, I guess this is what he does.
Yeah,
okay, well, who am I to say not to do that? You got the other thing about it is you got to learn to let go of the reins a little bit. You don't want to just white knuckle a guy like that to say you're going to do this way because this is how it's prescribed. You have to let him ebb and flow with his talent, and then you have to say, okay, well, we're gonna live through all the great times, but we're gonna have to also understand sometimes it's not gonna work, and that's okay.
Absolutely. Coach, best of luck tomorrow against USJ. We always enjoy talking to you, but congratulations to your team. Congratulations to Jared for signing with Vanderbilt. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate what y'all do, and I hope we get to talk again someday.
Absolutely. We will make it happen. That is Jeff Brothers, head coach at Nashville Christian. Also Coach Jared Curtis for the last 4 years, who has signed with the Commodores, and they take on USJ tomorrow in what will be Jared's final game with Nashville Christian.
Yeah, I love – look, we deal with a lot of high school coaches, and Jeff Brothers at the top. I mean, he loves those kids. He teaches them about Jesus and about being a good person, and I'm telling you, there is a reason we love high school football, and it's because of a guy like Jeff Brothers, who coaches these guys and builds them up and prepares them for life. And so you want to know why we like high school football? That's a prime example right there with Jeff Brothers.
Well, and it was funny. I think I've told this before. My dad would do a lot of caterings over to Nashville Christian because he knew Coach Charlie Anderson well, and then met Jeff through him.
Yeah. And
so would cater the football, before football games, and Jeff would come by the restaurant a lot, and so it was always great. And then I got into this and dealt with him, on Friday nights and throughout. So we'll definitely be talking to him again.
Sure.
I can guarantee that. We'll have more coming live from Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. Chasing Big Joe on this Wednesday. 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday. We're live at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. And appreciate Coach Jeff Brothers for joining us on the program because he's one of the best. And again, they will take on USJ tomorrow. When do you head to Chattanooga?
Tomorrow after our show, I'll head down there. And then I'm calling the 3A, 5A game Friday and the 2A game on Saturday with none other than the great, talented Jeff Ham.
Nice. And you're working with Jill on a game too, right?
Jill, I think first game on Friday, the 3A game.
Very nice.
That's correct.
Friday, I'm just going to take the day off
Do
since
it,
you're
pal.
not going to be here. So Nick and Connor and probably Brandon Bigsby will handle things. So
Brando.
we will just leave it in their capable hands.
Do that. All right, so I want to get into this about last night. Vanderbilt footballers, they tweeted out and said, "Hey, tweet us, send us your name, and we'll do this fake Heisman ballot for you." So I tweeted to them. They sent me a note today. Big Joe Heisman vote for Diego. It's been great, and a lot of fun. Well, one guy decided to just rip me apart on social, which I laugh. I welcome all that, and said Diego won't win because his stats aren't good. We've talked about this for weeks now. We even had Tim Hasselbeck, who we value his opinion very highly, about
He's smarter than us.
impact of somebody on your team to elevate you to a different level. Diego Pavi is that guy, right? So you could call me and say, well, he threw for 3,100 yards this year, 27 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, but he also ran. All right, this is my computer. There we go, buddy. 826 yards, 9 touchdowns as well. So he nearly 4,000 yards in total offense. That's fine. Take him off this team. And I don't know who the backup quarterback is. I don't need to know who the backup quarterback is because I know they're not going 10-2 with the backup quarterback. He's elevated a program to a next level that's never been happened before, and he's done it at every level. New Mexico State, last year at Vandy, this year at Vandy, and everything. He is the best offensive player in the country to his football team. You can call in and say, well, these Ohio State guys and Mendoza and Indiana. That's fine. Nobody is as important to his football team as he is. Now, had they gone 4-8, it doesn't matter. They're 10-2. That's why he should be in New York. It's probably why he should win the Heisman. Now, will he win it? Oh, probably not, right? Do I think he should? Absolutely. So don't come at us with stats. They don't matter. What was the quarterback in Hawaii? Was it Timmy Chang? He threw for 50
now.
Yeah, 50,000 yards. Why didn't he win the Heisman? He had all the stats.
Right.
Tim Rattay at Louisiana Tech.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's the most important person in college football. We got away from that. We just gave it to a quarterback because he's on the best team. Doesn't matter.
The backup quarterback, I want to tell you, is Blaise Berlowitz. They also have Jeremy St. Hilaire, Jack Elliott,
And
Drew Dickey, and Whit Muschamp.
And Whit Muschamp right there. So they're all probably good on their own site, but they're not Diego Pavia, and that's why. Now, 23 when Jaden Daniels won it, we broke a little bit out of the norm of giving it to the best player on the best team. Caleb Williams won it in 22. So you look at what happened there, and then Bryce Young at 21 because Alabama was good, obviously. But this guy has earned everything. And whether you don't like his Heisman stance or that he runs off and parties with Theo Vaughn, I don't care, right? He's over 21, do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
He's already graduated. He's played his butt off. And I told Chase this. We were in New Mexico State last week, and I was talking to people who were out there when Diego was out there. Every one that I talked to, about 20 people, said they loved him. They should be mad that he left, right? You think one person, not a soul. They love that Diego Pavia represents New Mexico State. They love what he's doing now. His teammates absolutely love him. Talk to him. So, I mean, it's just all there. So don't come at me with stats. They does not matter anymore about stats in this.
Yep. 615-737-1025. We'll have more coming up next. Chasing Big Joe on this Wednesday, 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe 102.5 The Game on this Wednesday, early National Signing Day. And I saw this from Rivals. James Franklin has gotten Virginia Tech from being 121st to 25th in rankings, including taking a bunch from his former employer, Penn State. A couple of flips to tell you about. Wide receiver, and I hope I'm saying this right, wide receiver Owen Cable, who is from CPA, has flipped his commitment from Alabama to Vanderbilt.
Nice.
So staying home. 4-star defensive lineman Carter Gooden has flipped his commitment from UCLA to Tennessee. Franklin's working to flip a Michigan guy. Legend Bay, who's a 4-star athlete, was committed to Ohio State, has flipped to Tennessee. So a couple of local things there on this early National Signing Day.
Man, when the portal hits on January the 2nd, that's going to be something right there.
Well, and I was looking at Vanderbilt's roster. You know, they got a lot of key players that are going to be juniors that hopefully will stay and see this through. You know, now that even though Diego's going to be gone, now they got Jared Curtis or whoever. So hopefully they, make the commitment to stay at Vanderbilt and can reload some of this roster.
You love to see it. Real quick, there's another Lane Kiffin lie that's been put out there.
Landry's not his daughter?
Lane Kiffin said he allowed Charlie Weiss Jr. to return to Oxford to coach Ole Miss offense in the CFP. That's how much that school meant to him and the players.
Oh, boy.
Meanwhile, the Ole Miss AD said at the beginning, when all this started, Weiss was planning to be part of this all along. And the fact that Kiffin has made it about himself as he's helping Ole Miss out is a complete lie. It just doesn't stop. I mean, just on and on and on.
He woke up this morning. Lane saw himself in the mirror, and he said, "Get in there and make it about you."
He did, man. So
the pettiness. Look, as someone that's petty, I kind of like some of it because it doesn't involve me. So,
right, sure. Yeah.
So I'm just sitting here going, okay.
But the dog thing was pretty bad.
Yeah. And then I saw that Juice, the Twitter account, was like, "Can't wait to join my brothers and sisters," and it's a tiger.
For those that don't know, there was a dog that Lane Kiffin people thought was
Juice.
his.
Yep.
Would show up on game day and walk around with and throw the tennis ball. Not his dog. Not his dog. It belongs. Somebody's like, "Oh, he's taking Juice with him to Baton Rouge," and the handler comes up and says, "No, that's my dog." He's lying about his dog. That's happening. Do you love college football? I mean, this has been all. We had Peter Burns on yesterday, and I go back to the video on, was it Sunday at the airport in Oxford? I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, look it up. When the mom holding the baby is just dog cussing Lane Kiffin get on the plane. And the caption says it just means more. And it does. Do you remember when, who was it? All right, that got on they went to the airport. Was it Alabama or Auburn? They went to the airport and just ripped the coach coming in. And I don't remember who it was. Might have been Chiswick leaving or one of those. And I was like, man, to get off work and go to the airport and yell at people, God, what a world we live in.
By the way, I'm laughing so Clark Lee was at the Preds game last night.
Yeah.
They showed him, and Tennessee fans are saying, yep, majority of the crowd booed him. Not his town. And then everybody else is like, stop. You're just reaching now. I saw it. He didn't get booed.
He didn't get booed.
Oh, it's so good. It's just like, I think the perfect analogy is when little brother finally beats big brother. And it's just, the big brother just can't handle it. And then your mom comes in and goes, just let him have this one.
Right. I mean, Tennessee fans now are like, no, we don't do that. I'm telling you, nothing annoys them more. Look, you lose to Alabama and Florida. I'll get all that, but nothing annoys a Tennessee fan more than what Vanderbilt does. And if Diego wins a Heisman Trophy, holy cow. I mean, that'll be on a whole nother level, but we got another week and a half where that happens.
So I'm so glad this hasn't come up yet because I saw this story last night. I fell asleep with the TV on and I woke up and this was the story that was on.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I cannot wait to bring this up. Did you see that a raccoon broke into a Virginia liquor store?
No.
knocked over bottles, and drank a bunch of liquor. They found him passed out in the bathroom.
The bathroom?
Because he got drunk.
Oh, that's so good.
And it says raccoon goes on drunken rampage through a liquor store.
Oh, is there video of him falling down, drinking? Oh, that's good.
And the video of him just passed out. He's
laid straight back.
No, he's on his stomach, but he's just like,
oh gosh. What kind of whiskey did he get to say?
All of them.
Oh,
like,
yes.
I hope he's okay.
So he had the foresight to knock the whiskey bottle over and opens up and drink it?
The Associated Press tweets, a raccoon broke into a closed Virginia liquor store and drank alcohol from the bottom shelves over the weekend. Even worse, it was bottom shelf. An animal control officer says the raccoon was found Saturday, passed out next to the store's toilet.
Oh, heck yeah. Which gives a better question, as far as drinking buddies. You know who I didn't think a couple years ago would be a good drinking buddy, but you know who would be a good drinking buddy now that's a coach?
Who?
Clark Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Because he looks like a Bond villain. He's badass.
Yeah.
And I think he'd be a fun guy to drink with.
He wouldn't want to get into the bar fight with you, but he would if he needed to.
But when he did, I bet he would just be haymaker like Roadhouse.
He'd probably look at us and be like, damn it, guys.
Really? He'd love it.
And then it's like he's the one that clears it. Like, all right, we're going home.
He'd love it. Now, these new batch of coaches come. Like Pete Golding at Ole Miss, looks like he'd be down for a couple of beers.
Lane get his ass kicked in 2 seconds.
Yeah, he would shove you in front of the fight.
Yeah, probably.
And then sneak out the back door.
And then say, I tried to break it up.
I wasn't there. I left and got out of
my
there.
My dog, I had to go take care of my dog.
Right. So the new batch of coaches, who would be the one that'd be like, all right, we're going to burn this town down?
Just college coaches?
In the SEC.
In the SEC. Oh, that's a great question. I don't know.
It's a lot of unknown. I think I think Jeff Levy
Yeah.
would be a lot of fun, right? Because I've got a new respect for him, too.
That's a big guy that can hold his alcohol, I think.
Yep.
I'll give you one that is probably off the – I mean, I may get pushback on. I think Heupel could hold his own. Oklahoma guy, I think he could hold his own.
I don't know.
You disagree.
Push you back a little bit.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Summerall.
Summerall's a badass.
Yep.
For those that know him, he's pretty intense.
Silverfield, dude. I think maybe.
Yeah. That's so much. I mean, Elko or I don't.
Oh, Elko, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Elko, I don't know. Elko might be the one you're carrying out.
True. I mean, for years, it was Muschamp. I'd go to any fight with Muschamp.
Sure.
He would just go in and just start laying haymakers left and right. So
Stein, I don't know.
No, probably not.
I feel like Eli Drinkwitz would start something and then run out of the bar.
He would, you know what? He's the smart ass that gets it going, and then you can't find him when you're fighting everybody else. That's a good one.
I'm trying to think of some other ones.
Venables, nah.
No. But I feel Sark. Well, no, he's sober now, so I won't throw him into that.
Yeah.
Sark would come pick everybody up.
I don't think he wants to be bothered.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I'm telling you, Clark Lee's moved up my list.
What about DeBoer?
No, I don't. I need somebody who's got my
What about
back.
Saban back in the day?
No. He'd explain to you why you got your ass kicked, why you're getting your ass kicked. Kirby's pretty intense.
Yeah, I would say Kirby.
Because Kirby and Muschamp are the same mold, those same Georgia teams in the early 90s. That would be, it was. But I think Clark is moving. I need somebody who's got my back. All right? When something starts, I think a guy who's got my back. I think Clark Lee would have my back.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
I mean, he's a strong little dude. He's like a little Dr. Crane without hair.
Beamer would probably be run over.
Beamer, Robbie Stanley would love to fight Shane Beamer. I would pay to see that fight.
Shane Beamer would probably throw the first punch.
Yep.
And then try and get out of there.
Robbie Stanley. Oh, no. Look who called. Okay.
Well, I was going to get it. We'll get him on the other side.
Okay. We can't. We got somebody else.
Oh, we'll get him now. Trey, what's up? Let's go to Trey. Trey.
Don't avoid me.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, I just want to say that I won't. I can't even hear y'all.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I just want to say that it's going to be a travesty that Diego doesn't win the Heisman, and I don't think he'll win the Heisman because they're snubbing Vanderbilt in this playoff, and it's all plausible deniability. Okay, Vanderbilt is one of the hottest teams right now going down the stretch, and now they're gonna say that they're not good enough to be in the playoffs. That's absurd. But I'm gonna let them have it. There's a whole lot of hating. That's what I believe, and I'm not gonna come off of what I think. And y'all have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you, Trey. Appreciate it. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Adam Zocks. He is the race director for the St. Jude's Rock and Roll Running Series, which is coming back again. They got a big sale going on. We'll tell you about that and much more coming up next here on Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Wednesday. We're live in Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery. And we love talking about the marathon whenever it is that time. The St. Jude's Rock and Roll Running Series and a 24-hour sale is going on right now. To talk more about that, we bring in Adam Zocks from the Rock and Roll Running Series and the race director. Adam, what's up? How you doing?
Doing great. How are you guys doing?
We are doing fantastic. And so tell us a little bit more about this 24-hour sale going on right now ahead of the St. Jude's Rock and Roll Nashville Marathon, which is coming up April 25th and 26th next year.
Yep. So it'll be our 26th year in Nashville at the event, but today is what we call our winter promo. So before we head into the holidays, today is the day to register. It's the biggest discounts of the year you can get on your entry fees. So if there's any thoughts and you're planning to run in the event, today is the day to just jump on the entry, get in there, commit yourself, and then you're ready to get rolling with your training as we move into the new year and into April.
And you can just go to, runrockroll.com to start that process. And it's for any of the events, right?
Yes, yeah, discounts on everything. The event is, as you guys know, the event is so different from when we first started it, where it's just first it was just a marathon, then it was a half marathon. Now there's a distance for everybody. You have a marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K. So yeah, the sale is open to all of the distances.
Talking to Adam Zocks from the St. Jude Marathon. Look, Adam, it has been a fantastic event for our city. You do this around the country. And I tell people all the time, I've done 16 of these half marathons, and trust me, if I can do it, anybody can do it. But something happens to you when you cross the finish line. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's you put so much time and work into getting ready to participate in a marathon or half marathon, and bring yourself. You're committing to it. All your family, friends, so many people are involved with you, and just running that race and completing it and crossing the finish line is, it's very emotional for so many people. And you've done many. I've seen thousands of races around the country, seen them and worked on them, and it's there's just so many reasons to participate and to be part of it.
And not only that, but they have the running groups all around Nashville. You get partner with them, and you don't have to be here's the thing. You don't have to be a 125-pound marathon runner to do this, because I'm a large man and I was able to do it, and anybody could do it. And I'm telling you, you get with these running groups, Adam, you know this. I mean, you become a community and a family. It's just more about you trying to make it through the streets of Nashville. But all this goes together to make you a better person, realize you can accomplish a goal. And again, you see these people who come together and do this. That's why this event is so good, not only here, but around the world and around the country, these events.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. I mean, this event in Nashville took a little while for it to catch on and to grow, but because of groups and running teams and other partners that have been part of the event over the years, we had groups that had 5 or 10 people. Then suddenly, a few years later, they had 50 to 100 or 200 people running together and training together and helping each other get to where they wanted to be.
So we're 4 months out, and I'm thinking about doing it. I mean, you still got time to train. I mean, it's not like, I'll do it next year. Why not do it now, right? I mean, that's why I tell people, you can't make up time, so just do it now.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of time right now. So it's December. If you have any kind of running base at all, you can certainly run obviously the marathon, and definitely the half marathon, and certainly the 5K or 10K. If you're brand new to the sport, then get some education about what you need to do and how you can start training. St. Jude is our partner, and they can help you get there. And Fleet Feet is another group that we work with, and they have training programs. Anyone can get to that finish line if you want to start now.
Yeah. Hey, if you need me to go around town and motivate people, I can do that, Adam. Free of charge for you, buddy.
I know you can. Thank you.
That's a big no.
So again, the events are marathon, half marathon. There's a 10K, a 5K, a 1 mile, doggy dash, and a kids rock race. Correct?
That's correct. Yep. We got anyone can be part of it, and then if you're not going to run, then volunteer and still be part of it. It's a big community event that last Saturday in April has become marathon weekend. in Nashville. 25 years ago, no one knew what that meant, and now it's just like everyone looks forward to it every year.
You can go to runrocknroll.com/Nashville for the 24-hour sale that is ongoing right now. You get the best rates to register. Do that today. Adam, appreciate the time as always, and I'm sure we will be talking to you very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys.
Absolutely. The St. Jude's Rock and Roll Running Series, which is coming your way April 25th and 26th here in Nashville.
You're going to do it, not this year, next year. I'm making you do it. Because here's what it does. And Dr. Crane, you know this. You commit yourself to doing this. The last person you want to let down is yourself. Then your friends.
Yeah.
We hold each other accountable, and we do it. You don't don't have to run 13 miles.
I consider the 5K this year.
Do it.
I would consider that.
Something happens to you when you cross the finish line. I got all those medals. I look at. I'm like, I did that.
They get your heart going again.
Me. Look at me. The most non-athletic person around is able to do that. You could do. I'm telling you. And it gets you going, get your mindset going. You start losing weight, feel good about yourself. Next thing you know, you're done. You've got a medal. And on that Saturday, it's beautiful.
Just takes 14 days.
What does?
It just takes 14 days. You'll feel like a new man. I'm telling you. It really does. Walk an hour at an incline of 3.5, you lose like 10 pounds. I've already lost 7.
Nice. Are you going to do this? If I have to do this, you have to do this.
Oh, dog, I could do a 5K in my sleep.
All right, we'll do the 5K.
Okay.
We're declaring, and people could come with us. We'll do the 5K. Join us now.
All right.
The 5K.
5K. We're doing it.
All right.
Flag
this, Dr. Crane.
Sign
Chase
me
McCabe at 1:56 on December the 3rd.
You got it.
Sign me up.
All right.
We'll do it. We'll have more coming in hour number 3 here on the Chase and Big Joe Show, 102.5 The Game. Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, live at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery today, 1414 Clinton Street here in Nashville. Having a great time. Filip Forsberg going to join us at the bottom of the hour, so looking forward to that. Predators win 5-1 last night at Bridgestone Arena. 2 first-time goal scorers, and Reed Schaefer and Ozzie Weisblatt. So congrats to them. And Steven Stamkos with career point number 1,200.
Where does that rank all time? I don't know the.
I don't know. It's pretty good. I have no idea.
Is that your computer?
I believe it's 4th or 5th.
Pretty good.
I'll double check.
I got it right here. Let's see. Most career points. No, that's not my computer. I don't know what that is.
Not me. I looked at the standings in a while. That's Chihuahua. They're way down there.
Let's see. You said 4th or 5th?
Yeah, there was a stat sheet that was on Twitter saying it was like 4th or 5th out of like a certain amount of games.
Oh, a certain amount of games. Gotcha. All time, he is. I'm still looking.
It's all right, buddy. Take your time. We got another hour.
Yeah, he's not in the top 50.
By the way, Colorado's 19-1-6.
Yeah.
Good Lord. They've lost one game.
Yeah.
The whole overtime loss thing is just stupid to me. Just if you lose, you lose. You shouldn't get any points. But they've got one loss.
That's why they call it the loser point.
That's pretty rude.
Well, you know.
They're 19-1. That's
at least they're not talentless losers. They got some talent to get that point.
I mean, they're 19-1. The Preds are 9-13, like that. 44 points. I mean, they're just torching people left and right.
Yeah, but they won 3 of their last 4. So maybe this, I feel like this is the best stretch they've had in a while. So if they can get something going out of this. But they got to go to Florida and they got to go to Raleigh to play the Hurricanes, 2 really tough places to play. But they're only 6 points out of a playoff spot. So
say if you win 5. So you get 5-game winning streaks happen all the time.
Yep.
That's 10 points. You immediately go from last. You're right, almost third in the conference.
Yep. You're in a good spot.
You can turn it on. Why don't you go down there and motivate them, Jason?
They're 4-6-0 in their last 10, which is again trending in the right direction.
I want you to go take Apollo Creed's speech on the beach from Rocky 3 and go read it to the Predators. Because, hell, they don't know what Rocky 3 speech is. You could do that.
All right.
And say, there is no tomorrow. Well, that went on the beach. But whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, damn, Rock, what are you doing? You're like, damn, Saros, what are you doing?
I wish they let Clark Lee read the lineup last night. I'd like to do that. I haven't done anything to earn that opportunity, but I would love to do it.
I would love, but mispronounce all the names like Roman Jossi. You're doing this. Filip Foghorn, you're next. Go down, just butcher him so bad.
And in goal, Jussie Saros.
All of them so bad. I'd like to see read Marcia show wrong.
Mark Chestnut.
Oh my gosh! I mean, they'd laugh, forget about it, go out and win a game, and you're back every week doing that. So they have celebrity lineup readers?
Sometimes, like it depends. I mean, but sometimes the coaches will they let Crispy do it. Crispy and Sheila do it a few weeks ago.
Well, yeah, because they're warranted.
Clark did it yesterday, which I think was cool. But they won't ever ask me, but it'd be fun. It'd be so much fun.
Be like, it's like that episode of Homer when he's gone bald, and that lady in the audience is like,
"Who is this?
Who the hell is this guy saying that?" Oh, I'd love this. This would be great. But anyway,
it's quick too. Like you walk in and you're just like, "All right, here we go." Yos, and you got to do the last names. Hager and
Osblatt. Is that his name?
Wazzy Osblatt. Yeah,
I like that name. Wisey.
Wisey. Or Oz.
Okay.
I think but yeah, Wisey. I've heard Wisey.
Okay. Oh, well, that's a cool name.
Yep.
It's no Darcy Hordichuk, but it's a cool name.
Yeah, what was he? Horty? May have been.
My favorite nickname for all of them was Legwan.
Leggy.
Donkey.
Oh, yeah.
From Shrek.
Yeah.
Shea Weber opened up about that more than any other time I interviewed him.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, he wouldn't shut up. I'm like, "There you go, Shay." He's like, "Oh yeah," and then Donkey. I was like, "Okay, thanks." Hey, Shay, how'd you play last night? No, I'll talk
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
fine.
Belichick, he's off and done
Hey,
with
Shay,
it.
what about baseball? Man, I love the Blue Jays.
Right? He told me one time he was in a. I don't know if this is accurate or not. He was in a. Shea Weber was in a fantasy baseball league with Geddy Lee from Rush.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
I wanted. That's all I wanted to talk about. He wouldn't have none of
He
it.
takes his fantasy baseball very seriously.
He does. Big Blue Jay fan.
Yep.
That's
He
what
was
get your
all-
butt back up there to Toronto, man.
He was all about it. So, yeah, so the Predators win last night, and it was good to see, those guys get in on the action. Again, Filip Forsberg will join at the bottom of the hour. I mean, the funny thing about Weisblatt is he should already have scored a goal. Like, he's had multiple chances, and it's just they haven't gone in. And so finally get that first one, and we'll see what happens. But Schaefer, only in his third game, has already got 2 points, I believe, to his name.
Heck yeah. So they're on the road now. Where are we going?
Florida Panthers tomorrow.
We'll do that trip.
Carolina Hurricanes on Saturday, and then back here Tuesday for Colorado
Oh, no.
against Colorado, and the game starts at 8:30 at home
Why are we doing that?
because it's on TNT.
Does it matter? Does TNT not know there's also a 7 o'clock?
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
but they stick the Predators on late.
But that's fun. Like national TV, that's fine. Put it
Yep.
on there, let more people see
It'll
it.
be great. It'll get that audience, but
Why we should have got the Florida trip. That would have been fun. Go down there. I'm all about all palm trees.
would have been fun.
Yeah.
We like Florida.
Why don't you pull some strings over there?
I'm working
You
on
got some
it.
clout.
I'm working on it. Sean listens all the time. He knows.
Well, that's our GM. Hey, listen.
I want to do the other one.
Now I wanted to read the card lineup. Now I'm going to do that. Like you, I've heard no reason to be asked to do
Sean
that.
Henry, if you're listening, Joe and I would like a 2-game road trip and for each of us to do the lineup. I don't think we're asking for a whole lot.
Why did he block me on Twitter and Instagram?
Just got a text. Stop calling me. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
right? Leave me alone.
Can we throw a Zamboni ride there too?
We'll give you that. You can ride the Zam.
Dr. Craig, you don't remember this. When they transferred the Zamboni from Centennial Sportsplex to Bridgestone in 98, it got hit on Broadway. True story. Right? Pete Weber, if you're listening, you remember this? Somebody rear-ended the Zamboni coming down West End of Broadway to go to Bridgestone. It would have been in the spring of 98. It happened.
That is fantastic. By the way, somebody, the Barstool Penn State account has said Penn State National Signing Day, and it's that gif of Will Smith from The Fresh Prince in the empty room.
Looking around. I thought they used Travolta from Pulp Fiction when he was doing that, looking around. That's a serious problem.
Yeah.
Penn State has no coach. They got no recruits.
They got nobody.
What are they going to do? And Bill O'Brien's not taking. He said last night he's staying at Boston College. Jimmy Frank flipped all the recruits. What'd you say? They went from 125 to 20. Virginia
25.
Tech. Crazy.
21 to 25.
Heupel should take that job. Stay one step ahead of the jailer. Go, Josh. Go. I'm sure a lot of Tennessee fans be like, all right, take care.
You know it's going to be hilarious when they're sitting around and they're like, what do we do? And the door swings open and in walks Brian Kelly.
Mike,
I mean, could you do worse?
you're back on the national landscape
Could you
again.
do worse right now?
Jake, there's nobody out there.
I know.
Somebody
That's
left.
what I'm saying.
Jimbo?
Jeff Brahms told him, like, he's told Louisville he has no intentions of leaving. Yeah, I mean, Jimbo's one. You're going to have to – I mean, that's what you're going to have to do at this point. You're going to have to go – unless the Joe Brady stuff is true. and you
I've
get
heard
him.
nothing else about it. You know who should go there and coach as a stopgap? Munchak.
Yeah.
Mike Munchak.
The fan base would hate it, but
He's a boy.
Yeah.
He's one of yours.
I mean, they could have brought Billy O back, but he's staying at
he ain't going to that.
Boston College.
Stay in Boston College, man.
Yeah.
Expectations are
He didn't
win
do, look,
6 games.
I mean, considering the situation he inherited when he took that job, he actually did a pretty good job.
Got out of Dodge. He's only, 3 years, I think, or 2 or 3. Then he left to go to
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, you think of he had the bowl ban and, like, all the stuff with the Paterno and all that.
See, the firing of these coaches is gonna make coaches like, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, unless you're paying me so much money to do that. But why go get the heartache?
Well, who's the? Is there a guy that like hasn't been mentioned at all for that job that all of a sudden is going to come out of the woodwork? Like a Josh Heupel would I would put in that category.
What DJ Durkin's staying at Auburn. Somebody that's up that he's coached at Maryland.
Like Marcus Freeman. If Marcus Freeman did what Brian Kelly did and
you were
left.
adamant about getting him out of Notre Dame. You're like, if Marcus Freeman goes here, there. I mean,
I think they should be forced to join a damn conference. So maybe that's
call
my
him and
problem.
tell him. You're on message boards all the time.
I just tell Pete. Pete will tell.
Pete will get it down and get it done. No, I don't know who Penn State can get. I really don't. I mean, the BYU coach, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I'll get fired because I don't know how to pronounce it. He's happy where he is, but I think Neil Brown went to North Tech. He was never considered, but that's a job filled. Orgeron evidently wants the Tulane job.
Yeah,
that goes
What's
on.
that, dude? I don't think that's a terrible idea.
I think I'm with you on the Brian Kelly to Penn State. Plug him in.
He's getting his buyout. The LSU has ruled that he was fired without cause, so he's getting the full buyout.
Is cause because he's a jackass? Not a part of that?
I don't think you can.
I'm with you, man. Brian Kelly, Penn
Why
State.
not? Why not?
You're back coaching immediately. You can shove it in LSU's face.
Why not? By the way, I laughed at this because this popped up on my Twitter feed. It was a clip of the Johnny Carson show, and 93-year-old George Burns was his guest. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't, but I love George Burns.
It says a 15 to 20 cigar a day George Burns. When asked by Carson, what does his doctor say? He goes, I don't know. My doctor's dead.
Weird, wild stuff.
I mean, he's sitting there smoking a cigar with Carson.
George Burns was great. Did it say what year it was?
No. I mean, it looks probably
late
80s or early 90s. And Carson's looking older.
He was George Burns was in a movie called Oh God with John Denver, which is a fantastic movie. Then he did another movie where he was him and his two buddies were bank robbers. It was Lee Strasberg and somebody else, and they robbed banks, his old man. It was really good. And it was sad too because they like missed their families and everything. But George Burns, man. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie.
Coming up next, we'll get you updated on early signing day.
Will we?
I don't know.
We just want more eggnog.
Yeah,
That's
we want
it.
more eggnog, all of that. Filip Forsberg at the bottom of the hour, chasing Big Joe 102.5 the game. Big Joe 1025 the game.
Trying to find Penn State a coach. Maybe that
sorry.
comes by there.
We're making some calls.
Let's see what we can do. No recruits, no coach. What a great day to be a Nittany Lion.
How long have we been dancing to the Bee Gees?
A good minute and a half, maybe.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Well, sorry about that.
Who was that? That was not the Bee Gees. Who was that?
Oh yeah, who?
Oh, the Tramps.
Who?
Disco Inferno, right?
Yeah.
That's also a great scene when John Candy's fighting in Stripes, the mud wrestling. They're playing that song.
By the way, speaking of wrestling, that's a good segue. The Pro Wrestling Symphony is coming to Brooklyn Bowl this Sunday. Don't miss the first downtown Nashville steel cage match in nearly a decade as Shane Mercer faces Mad Dog Connolly, plus big matches, live music, and wrestling legend Jerry Lynn will be there. The first steel cage match downtown was Hope Hines and Paul Kuharski.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm about to beat this annoying Yankees ass.
Caller number 5, 615-737-1025 will win a pair of tickets to that. We'll actually give away a few winners, so just call it.
Still my favorite media beef battle of all time.
Oh, that's a good one.
All time. I'm not going to get into it. It's about a 10-minute story, but if you see me on
Pogue
the street,
tells
I'll
it the
tell
best.
You. Pogue wasn't there.
I thought Pogue was
Me
there
and
for that.
Coos were there in the locker room, standing right next to it when it all went down.
Maybe Pogue was there for another one.
Probably. But it was, you see me, I'll tell you the story sometime if you want to know, between Hope Hines about laid Paul Kuharski out. Paul will deny it, but Paul was scared to death. And to this day, I think Hope Hines has bodies in his backyard.
You don't mess with Hope.
Throughout the year. Hello, everybody. Hope Hines.
Tonight, Vanderbilt men's basketball takes on SMU at Memorial Gym. An 8:15 tip with pregame starting at, I think it's 7:30 on 102.5 the game.
Can you name the greatest SMU basketball player of all time?
No.
I bet somebody could text it in, and we'll give you an attaboy. He played for the Atlanta Hawks. The greatest SMU basketball player of all time. Let us know who you think it is. Willie Donick knows.
I do not know.
615-737-1025. I played fantasy basketball in the 90s with 12 other guys. I knew every player, it was so much fun to do fantasy basketball. I told you I lost a game one time. I was at Bellevue Pub. I was working at the Bellevue Pub. Detlef Shrimp had to score 30 points to beat me. He scored 32. And I'm watching. There's nobody. I'm watching TV, and I say, "Damn, that damn Shrimp!" And a guy tried to fight me at the bar because he thought I was talking about him. True story. This is in February of 1995. Because if Detlef Shrimp scored 32 in a game and beat me in fantasy basketball, and the after effect was some guy thought I called him a shrimp at a bar and wanted to fight me. Good times, man.
Well, good.
How many tabs you got open over there?
Too many.
16?
Answering emails,
Not bar tabs. We're talking tabs on his computer. 12 is his bar tabs.
I have to keep tabs on you. It's like my full-time
Right, you better.
full-time job.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, right. That's what I know, man. We got to get a football coach down here in Memphis. Ryan Silverstone left us and went over somewhere in Arkansas. And I said, man, you cross that river, you could cross me. And he left and went over to Fayetteville, which I don't go to anytime.
So are there any of these fired coaches that would make sense at places like Memphis or Tulane?
Well, they redid the Liberty Bowl. They're putting Fred Smith gave a lot of money to that
Sam
school.
Pittman. Does Sam Pittman land any of these jobs?
Probably not. Don't
Okay.
get me started on Sam Pittman.
Billy Napier. Billy Napier at Memphis would make sense.
Why not? Right? What does a coach love to do?
Coach,
right?
Yeah.
So go, Billy Napier would be fine there. Go back there and
I wouldn't blame him, any of these guys to sit out and enjoy the buyout,
right,
for a year, but
easily for a year. Good for those guys. to do all
Memphis
that.
announces Brian Kelly is their new head coach.
You'd love it too.
God.
So Brian Kelly's going to Penn State. We're not worried about that.
I think so.
They need a coach. Why not go get Napier?
7606 says Munchak needs to be the Titans offensive line coach next year. I would sign up for that. Matthew in Nashville. Jimbo would be an interesting one, but does he want one, though, because he's still getting the A&M buyout money until 2031?
Here's the thing about Jimbo, right? What's the last thing you remembered for? You were terrible at
Yeah,
A&M.
right.
So would you not want to go and say, I'm good, I'm a good coach?
Yeah.
And go do that? But Penn State's in a world of mess, man. We laugh about it. But you got no coach, got no recruits. That's a problem.
Wes and Hermitage. What's up, Wes?
What's up, guys? I've been beating my head with these college
do that,
playoff rankings. Well, it's kind of hard when you're a Vandy fan and you beat Tennessee by 21 points in Knoxville, and they're like, "Nah, you're not good enough." So I've got a question for you, and maybe this will help understand whether there's brand bias in these rankings. Why is Texas ranked ahead of Vanderbilt? That's the first question.
Head to head.
Head to head. Okay, I like that answer. So can somebody please explain to me how Notre Dame is ranked above Miami if we're using that same exact principle?
That is a great question. We talked about that earlier. It doesn't make sense, but they're Notre Dame. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
They're Notre Dame.
Well, I mean, if you got to have gold helmets, is it just a different shade of gold? Do they not understand Vanderbilt's gold too? I mean, come on now. This is crazy, Chase. You cannot have a 10-2 SEC team play a schedule like Vanderbilt and not make the playoffs. If this is Kentucky, if it's Georgia, Alabama, it doesn't matter. If you put any other SEC school in this schedule and you have that win-to-loss ratio, they're in. I don't understand it. We're being penalized for being in the SEC. That makes no sense.
Well, no, I think they're being penalized because they're Vanderbilt. I mean, I think TV network, even though Pavia would be such a draw, but I think, I don't know. I don't trust any of these things. Thanks for the call, Wes. Always appreciate you. I don't trust, this process. I mean, I know that there's good people on the panel that make the vote. Obviously, we know one of them, and Chris Massaro.
Yeah, right.
But it's like, things don't make sense.
No, and that's why Archie Manning got off this committee years ago. I didn't want to be around because it's really a no-win kind of thing. It's great, the prestige and all that, man, but nobody's going to be happy. I mean, you're going to have 2 or 3 teams who are not happy every single year. And don't come at me about expanding it to 16 because in the 17th and 18th team, you're going to be pissed off. I mean, it's an endless cycle of people being pissed off. When it was 4, 5, and 6 were mad. Then you go to 12, 13, 14 are mad.
Oh, sorry, that was
the
wrong one.
Yeah. Where you're like a fire drill? You getting out of here? Do I not know something?
No, I was going to order something.
Oh, okay.
Alan from Little Rock says, Chase, Pittman took his buyout money from Arkansas and is calling it a career. He's already got his retirement home on the lake. I would sign me up.
Yeah, right?
If I was Sam Pittman, I would do the exact same thing.
Good. He lied about Isaiah Wilson.
Did he lie or just not tell the whole truth?
I just lied. I mean, how – honestly, for those that know, Sam Pittman was Isaiah Wilson's O-line coach at Georgia in 2019. How could you miss so bad on that? And don't give me the COVID BS. How could you miss so bad on Isaiah Wilson? I don't blame Robinson for this. Not at all. I'd blame Robinson for Caleb Farley and for Burks. Where's Burks? I blame him. I don't blame for Isaiah Wilson. Isaiah Wilson in 2018, 2019 at Georgia was a mauler. He was a great player at Georgia. What the hell happened? So I don't blame Robinson for that at all. What's up, Drew?
Coming up next, Filip Forsberg going to join us as they took on Calgary Flames last night, 5-1, head to Florida. In the air as we speak, so we talked to him earlier today. Filip joins the show next. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.
You're working hard, and then Reed Schaefer, who just got called up, that had to be special.
Oh, for sure. Just like I said, starting with Ozzy, he's been playing unbelievable hockey for us. And like Stammer said in that presser, certainly have had his looks. But, first one is the hardest one to get. That's what they always say. So hopefully they'll come a little easier for him now, because I think he's doing a lot of really good things for us. And Chafe has looked great too. He stepped right into that fourth line role and brings a heavy physical game, and he's strong around the net. And the goal was obviously a great example of that.
Do you remember your first goal?
Oh yeah. You'll never forget that.
That was let's see, 2013, I think.
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah, Minnesota at home.
That a boy. That's right. Because I think you had a point in those first 5 games that you played when you first came over. But it was fun. So you've won 3 of your last 4. Are we starting to kind of see some confidence from you guys, and this is what you guys know you can be?
Yeah, I think those 2 games that we won on the road was really good hockey games. I think maybe first period in Chicago maybe wasn't the best, but I think, over the whole game in Detroit, we stuck with it and we got rewarded in the third. And in Chicago, like I said, after that first, I think we took over the game and played a solid game. And yeah, even the Winnipeg game was a little bit of a 50-50 game, I think, but could have gone either way. If we get one more, we get some looks in the third, we get one more, we're right, tie the game, and who knows what happens. So I think that one was, two teams on the end of a back-to-back that might not have been the most exciting NHL match in the history. But then, like I said, last night we bounced back to maybe a little sloppy in second half of the first. But, then we took over, and obviously second period, again, was really good for us and kind of gave us a cushion in the third.
Filip Forsberg is with us on Chasing Big Joe. Along those lines, if you do have a period that maybe you wish you played a little bit better, you guys are showing that you can overcome that, where earlier in the season that was a problem. So how much confidence does that give you that even if things don't go your way, you're able to overcome it within the game?
Yeah, no, it's definitely right. I think we've gotten hardened, battle hardened, as the season has gone on, and obviously we've seen pretty much every example of how it's going to go, whether we're up, down, up by a lot, down by a lot, going into second or third period. We've seen pretty much anything already in the first 26 games here. And I think that, is something that you learn from. And I think our team has done a great job with that, especially as of late, to just kind of sticking with the process no matter what the result. And obviously the Florida game a few weeks ago was a bad example, but at the same time, we learned some stuff from that as well. So I think that going into, like you said, this stretch where we've been getting some more results, that's definitely a little bit because of what we've gone through earlier.
You guys as players are the ones that have to execute this, but obviously Andrew and his staff are there with you. How much has he been a big part of helping you guys get through this stretch, knowing that he's been through these battles as a player as well?
No, I think a lot. I think all the coaching staff has, experience playing and coaching a ton of it. And it helps, you obviously, like you said, they know what we're going through, and not that it makes it easier by any means necessarily, but they at least they know the grind, they know the value of sticking with it. And sometimes that get lost on you as a player, because you want results immediately, obviously, especially when you feel like you're doing a lot of the right things, you want to get rewarded. But that's not how the game of hockey works. Sometimes you got to work for it. And then, like you said, I think the coaches have done a great job keeping things in perspective for the players and more focusing on the process than result. But it is a result-driven business, so it certainly has been nice to see some of those points tick in for us lately here.
Talking with Filip Forsberg, and I haven't had a chance to talk to you since Sweden. I know you had to have had a blast going to your home country. It looked awesome. I wish I was there, but it looked like it was such a fun trip.
Yeah, it was great. It was, everything except the last game, I guess, was everything we could ask for. The first game was super special with national anthem, and even the guys on the bench said they had chills, and I certainly had that times 100. And that was special. It was really cool for me, obviously, and for Willie to be able to play in our home city or home country, and for him, home city in Stockholm. So it was special, and I'm really, really glad we got to do that.
You've scored some clutch goals in your career, but I know that one has to be towards the top, considering where it was.
Yeah, yes. I mean, definitely considering where it was, but also how, that late we 1-0 game in a game when we outplayed them pretty much the whole time. That would have been a hard one swallow if that would have been a 1-0 loss, you know.
Yeah.
But like you said, same thing there. We battled back and we found a way. And then when Stammer put that in overtime winner in, that was one of the better feelings for sure.
Also, last time we talked, you mentioned that you were going to try and put Felix on skates at some point. I feel like I've seen that on social media that you tried it out. How'd he do?
Yeah, we did. We went to the ice thing out there by Opry where they have an ice sheet out, and he loved it. He he's certainly not supporting himself, but for a year and a half we weren't really expecting that. So, but he loved it. He had such a good time, and my back was really sore the next day from half carrying him, half letting him glide around there, but well worth it.
Well, when do you obviously probably don't remember this, but maybe your parents do, of when you finally got it and could support yourself? I mean, is he close, you think?
No, I think he's certainly probably at this point next year, maybe, but that might be a stretch,
right?
Even that, because that's 2.5. But I don't know. I don't remember this, but my parents told me a story that when they first, because I've been playing street hockey or mini sticks or whatever you want to call it, and then they put skates on, and all of a sudden I was, taking these skates off because I wanted to play, because I couldn't stand up and falling all over the place, but. Once you get the hang of it, it's there's no going back. So we definitely would like to. Yeah, we'll probably be back out there again before the place closed up, and then we got our family Christmas skates. So he'll get some experience at least, and as long as he loves it, we'll keep doing it.
Very nice. You got the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions coming up tomorrow as you start a 2-game road trip in Florida and Carolina. 2 tough places to play, but with last night's win, I feel like you guys got some confidence going into that. How big would it be to keep this going at 2 really tough places?
Like you said, it's probably 2 of the toughest places to play in the NHL. Obviously, Florida with their, as you just mentioned, their record last, not even 2 years, 3 years, they've been the best team in the NHL. And Carolina is one of the toughest places to play, and they're playing at a really high level as well. So we got to bring our A game. And obviously as Florida, that was certainly not the game we wanted against them last time. So it'd be nice to get a crack at them again, especially after how that went down last time. So we'll start there and see how it goes.
Well, good luck on it, and we'll see you back at home here in a couple games. Always appreciate your time, my friend, and we'll talk soon.
All righty. Sounds good. Take care.
That's Filip Forsberg joining us here on the Chase and Big Joe Show. We will come back with more from Nelson's Greenbrier here on this Wednesday on 102.5 The Game.
Joe, 102.5 the game on this Wednesday. This is good. You're feeling it today, Dr. Crane. I like it.
Why not? Feel it every day, man.
All I want to do
Live today at Nelson's Greenbrier. Again, 1414 Clinton Street. Festive cocktails and Tennessee whiskey. That's what you get here at Greenbrier Distillery. Holiday magic. Sip, tour, taste, repeat at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery, just minutes from downtown Nashville. And appreciate them for having us today. We sampled the Whiskey Nog. They had to take it away from Joe because he wanted more. But no, I'm kidding. It was very good. Very good.
Well, it was when he first said Whiskey Nog. We're like, explain that again, will you? Do you mind?
Sign me up. We'll take that. With that, let's get to America's favorite game with the home version available for Christmas. What day is it? And celebrity birthday.
First
I can tell you right now, if they release a home version, there's 2 people that I would send it to.
All right. Oh my gosh.
First ones we have not Steve Harvey. That's what I was thinking about, the other guy. Sorry. Special Kids Day is today. Rockefeller Center Christmas lighting is today. I did not know that. Nice. National Roof Over Your Head Day. Thankful as always.
It's important.
National Apple Pie Day.
Love apple pie.
Told something about pie this morning. National Green Bean Casserole Day.
Dr. Crane, what'd I tell you?
Don't
you
give
should
away your pie
never
for free.
give away your pie for free.
Never. National Green Bean Casserole Day is today.
Oh, I like that too.
You could pair that with National Peppermint Latte Day. I don't know if that's really good, but maybe with apple pie. National Package Protection Day. A lot of fragile packages out there.
Always.
Is there another name for that?
Always protect your package.
I swear my mother had another name for that when I was growing up. I couldn't remember.
Isn't that called a cup?
I thought it was something else that started with an R.
Oh, that too.
They're all fragile. Let's Hug Day is today. We could probably, never mind. Make a Gift Day is today. International Day of Persons with Disabilities. And to wrap it up, we have Choose Women Wednesday. So there you go.
To wrap it up, it all comes home. All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within 2. Dr. Crane, you get to go first. How old is former Indy 500 champion Rick Mears?
60.
76.
74. Chase on the board, 1-0. Chase, how old is former East German skater Katharina Witt?
56.
50.
60. Dr. Crane, how old is former Braves pitcher? I think he's a broadcaster now. Paul Bird.
He is.
66.
52.
55. Chase, you get to go. How old is actress Daryl Hannah? Wasn't she in the movie with Tom? What was that movie with Tom Hanks and John Candy? She was the mermaid.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember.
67.
64.
65. Tied at 1. Dr. Crane, how old is actress Julianne Moore?
I'm going to go 53.
46.
65. Chaser, how old is Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser?
Is that Nick's cousin?
It is. Nick, your cousin's famous.
Thank you.
61.
Let's see. He was in that whale movie, wasn't he?
Yes.
I'm going to go 57.
57, exactly. Dr. Crane. All right, Chase, you get to go now. Comedian Tiffany Haddish. Haddish. She's very funny. Tiffany Haddish.
38.
39.
46. Dr. Crane. Anna Chomsky. She was in the movie with Macaulay Culkin where he died from a bee sting. And Dan Aykroyd, they ran a funeral home.
I'm going to go with 59.
57.
44. Chase, you get to go. Singer Mickey Thomas of Jefferson Starship. He's saying, "We built this city."
71.
77.
76. Dr. Crane's up 4-1. Dr. Crane, you get to go now. How old is "This Is How We Do It" singer Montel Jordan?
66.
53.
57. Dr. Crane, remember when D'Angelo Vickers broke his neck doing that, dunking to Montel Jordan?
Yeah.
On The Office? Okay. Chase, how old is actor Brian Bonsall from Star Trek The Next Generation? He had really bright blue eyes. I think you described him as adorable one time.
I don't remember what he did.
Star Trek Next Generation.
71.
54.
44. Dr. Crane, singer-songwriter Andy Grammer.
Andy Grammer is 44.
45.
42. Dr. Crane's at 5-1. The last birthday we have here is, how old is, where'd he go? Actor, comedian Royale Watkins. Chase, you get to answer that. How old's Royale Watkins?
47.
53.
56. And with that, Dr. Crane, very methodical, 5-1 today.
Thank you very much.
Didn't the Preds win last night 5-1?
They did.
See, everything comes full circle. Did you look at Brian Bonsall?
Yeah, I don't remember him.
Maybe he doesn't remember you. Greg Pogue says Mickey Thomas saying, fooled around and fell in love.
Oh, well, thank you, Greg. We appreciate
By
that.
Elvin Bishop. Did Elvin Bishop not sing that then?
He did sing it.
Greg says Mickey Thomas sang it. So, Greg, who is it, Elvin Bishop or was it Mickey Thomas?
They both could have done it. All right. That is going to do it for us today here at Nelson's Greenbrier Distillery, 1414 Clinton Street here in downtown Nashville. I just had the broccoli cheddar soup. It was fantastic. The food was fantastic, and appreciate them for having us today.
Absolutely. As we leave every show every day, to our guys out there, if you're going through some things, I know you're struggling, please reach out and talk to somebody on your cell phone. Immediately you can dial 988. Somebody's always there for you. We have help available. Please reach out to us if you need to talk. I'm telling you, I don't care what time it is. I've talked to you guys at midnight, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I love it because I know you're reaching out. That means you want to be here. And I say all the time, I'd rather hear your story than go to your funeral. I know that's harsh, but I'm telling you, we love you, and our world's a better place because you are here. And there are people in this world, when they hear your name, they smile. You make them laugh. They look forward to seeing you. That's everybody. So please know there are people in this world that love you. We love you. And more importantly, more than anything else in this world, God loves you.
Amen to that. Peace, love, rock and roll. DVD coming your way next on 102.5 The Game.